Hello everyone, Kaikon John here, and I am back with another Fuuto PI episode review. So this time we are talking about episode 5. Just get right into it. Last video I theorized that since Shitaro was going to be pretty much out of order for the rest of the case, that Axel will show up, and I was correct. He did show up, and he pretty much is helping Philip on this case, so that's pretty cool. We get to see this one dude who Axel is fighting, who tries to use Beast Gaia memory, but he is stopped by Axel before he could use it. Really short scene, but we get to see another Gaia memory as well as Axel fighting. So before Shitaro is injured and can't work on this new case, so Philip actually takes over and is there to actually solve the case for him, basically. And I don't know if this ever happened in Double. I'm sure it did, like once or twice or something, because I feel like it had to at some point. But it is pretty cool to see Philip out there instead of just being in like his little spot in the agency, reading his book and stuff. So it's cool to see him doing something else. Everyone was talking to Megu in the scene after, like a little bit after, and Megu says that she might actually know who tried to kill her, which is kind of an interesting revelation. Right from the last episode, the guy the Meganura guy, says something to her that reminded her of a gamer called Murder. Interesting name. So that sort of lays the groundwork for this episode, and sort of lays the rest of the groundwork for the case, basically. Axel shows up at the hospital to meet everyone there, and it basically seems like he is here to replace Shitaro for the time being. I don't know if he's gonna stay, like once Shitaro recovers, I don't know if he's gonna stay as like sort of like the third party, or if he's just gonna go back to whatever he was doing before. I don't know if he's temporary or not, basically. Haven't read the manga, so I don't know. It's cool to see him here for now. Favorite character, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, you can act like I like XL or Tarui, whatever. But it's cool that he's here, I guess. They all break away from the hospital. Philip gives everyone a task to do, except Tokime, of course. And he basically starts to scold her for not protecting Megu, for like what happened in the last episode, which kind of sucks because it's not exactly her fault that it happened. Like, it was literally out of her control, and of course no one believes her, and you know, it's kind of like it really sucks because it's like it's not really her fault at all, but it's just something that happens. But like, yes, Megu did get injured, like it's a whole mess basically, but it still kind of sucks because, you know, come on Philip, chill out man. Damn. Learn that the cool Dopant guy who seems to be kind of related to Tokime is actually named Yukiji Bando, so that's his name. So we got a name for him, and that's pretty cool. If Tokime's last name is Bando as well, I'm not sure. That'd be interesting if it is. Yukiji basically shows up to Murder's apartment in this whole scene, and he invites him to join the city where apparently only the elites can live in, and it's the one that we've seen before, like when he first got like revealed at the end of the episode 3, I think. I'm assuming it's that city, so I'm guessing this is where Tokime is from, and she somehow left the city, and then when she left, she lost all her memories, and now like he's trying to get her back to that city because that's where she's from. I'm not sure. It's literally a mystery at this point, but just trying to like pick at it a little bit, trying to see maybe where this could happen. I don't know. And during the scene, we learn Murder's real name, which is Utsuo Mihara. So from now on, I'll just call him Mihara because it's easier and much better than saying Murder, honestly. Learned that he's a games journalist. So basically, he probably sucks at playing games. Actually, kind of good, but that's only because he cheats. So still, he kind of sucks. Very infamous that video game journalists suck at playing games, and they don't really know how to do it. So I don't know, just look up any IGN review or look up the famous Cuphead review. You know what I'm talking about, if you don't already know. like I said, Mihara was good at games, but it's only because he cheated. And this happened during a tournament for Monster El Dorado, where he was fighting in the game against Megu, and she beat him, even with himself cheating. And now he kind of has a beef with her because he got humiliated. But like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. This ain't Evo, man. Come on, man. She didn't even trash talk you back, so it's like, it's not even that bad. Evo's worse. Come on. After an argument between Megu and Magi P about like working again for all this, which is messed up. Very Japanese culture, I guess, especially idol culture. Megu runs off into the hall where everyone follows her, of course, and out of nowhere, Shotaro appears, and he basically just talks to her and cheers her up and says that they will be there to protect her no matter what. And then he falls over and has to leave. So, very like quick little Shotaro cameo, because obviously he can't really walk or do anything because his back got like slashed. So he's there for a quick little thing because he feels like he has to say something, and then he just leaves. So cool, very cool. But that's not the only thing he did. He did actually inspire Tokime to work on the case more, and after her talk with Shotaro, she is the most motivated she's ever been, and she pretty much is very motivated to help solve this case now, which is great. After their talk, Tokime runs out of the hall, or runs into the hall, and she sees Magi P, and he has blood on his fist. So he is up to some shady stuff. We just don't know what he's doing yet, and they don't even explain. He doesn't even explain why he has blood all over his fist. But he does clean it up and put band-aids over it. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. He isn't the Meganura Dopant like I predicted, but he is still shady. So I don't know why. What's going on there? Next episode we will see, because it's the end of the case probably. So we'll see what's going on with him. But man, I don't know. He's just so shady for a producer. He's very shady. Well, I guess it makes sense. And after that, Aki and Philip are up on the roof talking, and Aki explains that Philip is in such a bad mood because he is jealous of Tokime. This whole time he's been jealous, and it's probably because she's getting close to Shotaro, and Shotaro and Philip are buddies and all that, all that stuff. And Philip isn't really like very emotionally like mature, I guess. He's intelligent, but he's too intelligent. But he is learning, so that's great. Good for him. So they finally get that resolved. And then Tokime actually finds the person who has been leaking info about Megu to Mihara, and it turns out it's one of the ladies that helped her out, like get ready and the makeup and all that. It turns out it was actually the leading lady, like the boss of the whole group. It was her the whole time, and turns out she did it because she was jealous. So the whole theme of this arc, this little 3-episode arc, is apparently jealousy, because everyone seems to be very jealous of everyone else for their success. And she's like, Megu has everything, the looks, the voice, popularity, all that. And we get to another scene where Mihara basically jump scares Megu not while she's changing, after she changes, thankfully. And he takes a supplement given to him by Yukiji, and he powers himself up, and he transforms into the Dopant, the Meganura Dopant, right in front of Megu. And he summons an army of tiny dragonflies, and they start going everywhere. Now this is very creepy and gross and nasty. And so many dragonflies like going throughout I think it's a hospital. I think they're still there, I'm pretty sure. So they're going like everywhere and crawling like from the roof and like through the hallways, and like it's just nasty, man. It's very nasty. I hate it so much. And then I figured I would mention this because I mentioned the thing in like the first episode, but we get another one here, and of course it's Tokime. So there's a little dragonfly that attacks her and almost ripped off her shirt and like her bra underneath, and what that means. But I thought I would mention, I feel bad for people who don't watch anime who are watching this, because obviously this is a little bit more, I want to like, I guess kind of mature than like your average tokusatsu, but like you're not gonna get like in a toku live action, you're not gonna get like this kind of fan service. It's kind of different. Anime fan service is different from like other kind of fan service, I feel like. So I feel bad for everyone who's like, oh, I watched Double, I watched Fuuto PI, let me watch this. Then it's like this shows up, and you're like, what the hell? Sorry, you're not cultured enough, but it's alright. Hopefully that doesn't like throw you off from the show or anything. And then Tokime, who was running through the halls, like, you know, in the scene before and all that, she finally catches up to Megu and Mihara, and Mihara tries to fly away with Megu, but crazy enough, Tokime jumps and grabs his leg, so she's holding on to Mihara while he's flying with Megu. So there's a lot of people flying in the air. She's really trying her best to protect Megu, especially after what happened last episode and like what she did apparently. So she's really trying hard to like make up for it, and she is successful pretty much for the most part. She does protect Megu, and she does try her best. So I'm very glad for her. They fall down and stuff happens to water. They get out the water and stuff, and of course she's still there, and they're about to get slashed by Mihara when the Fang memory, that's right, the Fang memory, saves them by cutting off his arm holding the sword. So he cuts off Mihara's arm, sword arm, and yeah, so the Fang memory is here. Philip apologizes to Tokime finally and tells her the reason why he was so mad, and it's just great to see these characters grow in like such a short amount of time. You know, we have 12 episodes, so it's nice to see some sort of character development here between them. Especially like this is post show Philip too, so like getting some development like this is great to see. And then obviously Tokime is nice to see as well, since she's a newer character. In the last scene of the episode, Philip uses the Fang memory combined with Shitaro's Joker memory to become Fang Joker, which is easily one of my favorite double designs, if not my favorite. At least in like the main show, Fang Joker looks so good. The black, the white, you know, it's so good. It's very good. The episode ends with Philip screaming his lungs out as Fang Joker into the sky, getting ready to fight. So another cliffhanger for episode 6. And yeah, this was a pretty good episode, filled with a lot. You notice it's a lot longer than the 4th review I did, but a lot happened here. So I can't wait for episode 6. I'll hopefully get that one out next. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these, and I'll see you guys in the next episode review.